Before we begin, I want you to take a slow breath and let your heart be open for what the angels are guiding you to hear today. Welcome back to Sacred Echoes, and if you're new here, I'm truly grateful that you found your way to this message. I believe you didn't arrive here by accident. Something in your spirit was drawn here, and the angels have something very specific to reveal to you. Before we go deeper, I invite you to take a moment and comment the words, "I receive," or "I believe," as an act of faith and openness. This simple action is more powerful than it seems, because every time you speak words of faith, you activate what heaven wants to release into your life. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a divine message meant just for you. Now, the angels are revealing something today that may feel both surprising and deeply validating. They say there is someone in your life, or someone who has recently moved into your energetic space, who has been quietly observing you. This person has been watching the way you respond, the way you speak, the way you love, and the way you carry yourself even when no one seems to appreciate your effort. They have been watching your reactions during moments that felt small to you but were incredibly telling to them. And whether you realized it or not, this person placed certain emotional or situational tests in front of you. Not to hurt you, not to trap you, but to understand your heart. To see your truth. To confirm what their spirit was whispering about you. And the angels say, they discovered something they didn't expect. They saw purity in you. A kind heart, a forgiving nature, a gentle spirit, and a sincerity that is rare in today's world. They saw that you were not acting, not pretending, not performing. You were simply being who you are. But here's the part the angels want you to understand deeply: even though they recognized your pure heart, they haven't told you this yet. They haven't expressed what they saw. They haven't acknowledged the goodness in you out loud. Some of you are wondering why. Why would someone test your heart and then stay silent? Why would they see the truth in you but not speak on it? Why would they feel something, sense something, discern something, but keep those feelings to themselves? And the angels say the reason is not simple, but it is spiritually significant. The first reason is that this person wasn't just testing you, they were testing themselves. Proverbs 21 verse 2 says, "Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the heart." They needed to confirm what they perceived. They needed to understand whether their intuition, their hope, or their emotions were aligned with truth. They didn't want illusion. They didn't want assumption. They didn't want to project something onto you that wasn't there. So they watched closely. How you handled conflict. How you spoke about others. How you navigated disappointment. How you treated those who had nothing to offer you. How you behaved when you thought nobody was paying attention. And each time, you revealed what the angels already knew: you carry a heart that is clean, soft, and guided by God. Psalm 24 verse 4 says, "He that hath clean hands, and a pure heart, who hath not lifted up his soul unto vanity." And this is who you are. Someone whose soul is not rooted in envy or deception. Someone who isn't fueled by ego or manipulation. Someone who seeks peace, who values honesty, who desires genuine connection. And this person saw that in you. Another reason they have not spoken is that they themselves may feel unworthy. The angels say this quietly but clearly: the purity of your heart humbled them. It made them see their own shortcomings. It made them reflect on their own intentions, their own past actions, their own wounds. Luke 6 verse 45 says, "A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good." Your goodness confronted their inner conflict. They saw something in you that made them question whether they were ready to handle someone like you. Whether they were healed enough. Mature enough. Honest enough. Stable enough. Safe enough. Sometimes, when someone encounters a pure heart, they don't rush forward, they pause. They reflect. They hesitate, not because they don't see your value, but because they do. And they don't want to mishandle what God has placed in front of them. The angels say that some of you have felt confused because this person's behavior has been mixed. One moment they seem deeply connected to you. Another moment, they pull back. One moment they act warm, attentive, and present. Then suddenly, they become distant, quiet, or uncertain. And you may have wondered whether you did something wrong, whether something changed, or whether you were imagining the connection. But the angels want to lift that burden from your shoulders. You did nothing wrong. You didn't misread the energy. You didn't create fantasy in your mind. What you felt was real. What they felt was real. But they are wrestling with an internal battle that is not yours to fix. This person has been trying to understand how someone like you, pure-hearted, genuine, kind, could show up in their life when they least expected it. Some of them feel they don't deserve you. Some feel you are too good for the circumstances they come from. Some feel afraid that they will hurt you or disappoint you. Some simply don't know how to receive someone who carries so much spiritual light. Matthew 6 verse 22 says, "The light of the body is the eye, if therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light." And your light is intense. Your light exposes what is hidden. Your light brings truth where there was previously confusion. Your light awakens something in people that they didn't even realize was sleeping. For this person, your presence has stirred emotions they have not felt in a long time, or perhaps ever. And this is why their reaction has been unpredictable. The angels say, they were not testing you to judge you. They were testing you because they needed reassurance that what they sensed spiritually was truly reflected in your behavior. They needed to know whether your intentions were pure. Whether your heart was trustworthy. Whether you were genuine in a world where so much is artificial. The angels also reveal something deeper. This person has been praying for clarity. They have been asking for guidance. They have been seeking signs. They have been wanting confirmation about you. And this is why your goodness touched them so deeply. They didn't find you by accident. They were guided to you. You were aligned with them divinely. Jeremiah 29 verse 13 says, "And ye shall seek me, and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart." They were searching for something real. They were searching for someone honest. They were searching for a heart they could trust. And God allowed them to see yours, but here is where the angels speak something important into your spirit: do not shrink your heart. Do not change your nature. Do not dim your light because someone else is taking longer to recognize how to hold it. Psalm 73 verse 26 says, "My flesh and my heart faileth, but God is the strength of my heart." You are not meant to pretend to be harder than you are. You are not meant to bury your compassion. You are not meant to apologize for your empathy. Your purity is not weakness. It is your spiritual signature. It is your divine protection. It is your spiritual assignment. And the right person, this person, or the one destined to take their place, will treasure it, not test it endlessly, but the angels say this very clearly: this person is closer to speaking their truth than you realize. Their silence has been a space of reflection, not rejection. Their distance has been a time of self-evaluation, not dismissal. They admire you more than they know how to express. They respect you more than they will admit out loud. They are humbled by the way you carry yourself, by the way you handle situations, by the way you show love even when life hasn't always been kind to you. They haven't told you because they are afraid that if they say the wrong words, they will ruin something sacred. They haven't told you because they are still trying to understand why someone like you would be aligned in their life. They haven't told you because the feelings they experienced after seeing your pure heart were overwhelming, powerful, and transformative. And they are still trying to catch up emotionally with what their spirit already knows. Isaiah 43:19 speaks powerfully here. "Behold, I will do a new thing, now it shall spring forth, shall ye not know it?" God is doing something new in this connection. Something unexpected. Something divinely orchestrated. Something that requires patience, awareness, and spiritual maturity. And the angels want you to know that although this person has kept their thoughts quiet, they have spoken about you to God. They have whispered prayers about you. They have expressed confusion, gratitude, fear, and hope. You have stirred something in their heart that they didn't know was still alive. Your presence awakened love, compassion, healing, and softness in them. And whether they admit it or not, they are grateful for you. Deeply grateful. Before I continue with the next part of this divine message, take a moment to like this video to help it reach someone who needs it. Comment below, blessed and ready, to seal the message in your spirit. And subscribe to Sacred Echoes for more spiritually guided insights that the angels have prepared for you. They saw the way you speak with gentleness, even when you could have raised your voice. They noticed how you handled pressure with grace, even when your heart felt heavy. They watched how you treated people who had nothing to offer you, not realizing that your kindness was not an act, but a natural expression of who you are inside. What shocked them most was the consistency of your goodness. Because anyone can pretend to be kind for a moment, but only someone with a genuine heart remains kind even when no one is clapping, no one is praising, and no one is watching. That is the part they didn't expect. That is the part that tested them just as much as they were testing you. You didn't know it, but God allowed their test to reveal something deeper, not about you, but about them. God allowed them to see the weight of real integrity, the depth of genuine compassion, and the quiet strength of true humility. Proverbs 11 verse 3 says, "The integrity of the upright guides them." You didn't have to perform. You didn't have to try to impress anyone. Your integrity guided you. Your soul spoke for you louder than your words ever could. And now this person realizes the truth: you are rare. You are not someone they can replace, imitate, or forget. You are someone they will think about long after you leave the room because your presence carries something sacred, something divine, something placed inside you by God Himself. They tested you because they wanted to know if your kindness was real or just another mask. They wanted to see if you would change when things didn't go your way. They wanted to see if you would still care even when they gave you very little in return. And you did. You cared anyway. You loved anyway. You respected anyway. You stayed honest anyway. Even when their silence confused you. Even when their behavior felt inconsistent. Even when their distance felt undeserved. You stayed true to who you are, not who they were. And that is why God says in Galatians 6 verse 9, "Do not grow weary in doing good, for at the right time you will reap a harvest." Heaven saw what you gave. Heaven saw what you endured. Heaven saw how you kept choosing light even when you were surrounded by shadows. And that alone makes you deserving of the blessings that are coming. Not because you are perfect, but because you remained faithful. Not because you tried to prove anything, but because your soul naturally reflects the love of God. This person is realizing now that they underestimated you. They judged you too quickly. They misread your silence, your calmness, your gentleness. They thought your softness meant weakness, but now they see it was strength. They thought your patience meant indifference, but now they see it was emotional maturity. They thought your consistency meant predictability, but now they see it meant reliability. And reliability is rare. Especially today. And because they are not used to someone like you, they didn't know how to treat you. They didn't know how to understand you. They didn't know how to appreciate you. So they tested you. Not out of cruelty, but out of confusion. Not out of malice, but out of fear. Fear that someone like you couldn't possibly be real. Fear that someone with your heart couldn't possibly exist in this world without hidden motives. Fear that you were too good to be true. And now that they realize you truly are who you appear to be, they are shocked. Completely and undeniably shocked. Because God has preserved your heart through seasons that would have hardened anyone else. God has protected the softness in you even when others tried to take advantage of it. God has strengthened you in silence, shaped you in private, elevated you through trials, and purified your intentions in ways you didn't fully understand until now. Matthew 5 verse 8 says, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." And the purity of your heart is what this person didn't expect to witness so clearly. They saw that when they pushed, you didn't break. When they pulled away, you didn't beg. When they gave little, you didn't complain. When they withdrew their affection, you didn't retaliate. You stayed anchored. You stayed honorable. You stayed aligned with compassion even when disappointment tried to make you bitter. That alone revealed more about you than any conversation ever could. Isaiah 43 verse 19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing." This new thing includes God revealing the truth about how others see you, especially those who once doubted you. This new thing includes clarity about why certain connections felt unstable. This new thing includes the uncovering of hidden thoughts and hidden intentions. Because God is about to elevate you, and before He does, He exposes what He does not want to follow you into your next season. This person tested you, but God used their test as your confirmation. Confirmation that your heart is still pure. Confirmation that your spirit is still open. Confirmation that your character remains solid. And confirmation that you are ready for what you prayed for. But here is the part they will not tell you. They will not tell you that they regret how they handled you. They will not tell you that your goodness makes them reflect on their own flaws. They will not tell you that your presence convicted their spirit. They will not tell you that your kindness made them nervous because they feared they couldn't match it. They will not tell you that you made them want to be a better person. They will not tell you that losing you, or even the possibility of losing you, felt heavier than they expected. They will not tell you that they pray about you more than you think. And they definitely will not tell you that God is dealing with their heart privately, showing them how to treat someone with your value. Because yes, this person sees your value now. They saw it before, but they were unsure. Now they are certain. Now they are convinced. Now they are humbled. Proverbs 18 verse 12 says, "Before destruction the heart of a man is haughty, but humility comes before honor." This person has been humbled by how deeply your purity impacted them, but God is not exposing all of this to make you chase them, fix them, or carry them. God is revealing this so you understand your worth, not in a shallow, surface-level way, but in a divinely affirmed way. You needed to know that your kindness was not unnoticed. You needed to know that your love is not wasted. You needed to know that your patience is not foolishness. You needed to know that your consistency is not taken for granted by heaven. God saw it all. Heaven recorded it all. And now your angels are bringing justice, clarity, and restoration to your emotional world. Romans 8 verse 28 says, "And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God." Even the test. Even the confusion. Even the moments you questioned yourself. It all worked together. It all had purpose. It all shaped your discernment and protected your heart from future disappointments. This person is in a moment of realization that is bigger than you know. They are realizing that you are not someone they can replace with convenience. You are not someone they can forget with time. You are not someone they can compare to anyone else. You carry something spiritual, something rare, something God-crafted. And they saw it firsthand. Even when they tried to deny it. Even when they tried to hide it. Even when they tried to pretend they didn't care. But you cannot hide spiritual truth. You cannot pretend your way out of a divine connection. And you cannot dismiss someone God has chosen to place in your life for a reason. That is why this person's heart is wrestling. They see your purity. They see your goodness. They see your worth. And they see how wrong they were to doubt it. God is working on them quietly. God is speaking to them silently. God is preparing them privately. And though they may not say it out loud, they know you are different. They know you are chosen. They know your presence was a blessing. And now they know they were tested just as much as you were. Before I continue deeper into the next phase of this message, take a moment and type "blessed" and "ready" in the comments to declare that you are prepared for the next revelation that God has for you. And if you haven't already, remember to like this video to help this message reach more people who need it, and make sure you are subscribed to Sacred Echoes so you never miss what God is speaking next. There is something deeply meaningful happening in your life right now, even if you haven't fully recognized it yet. The angels are revealing that someone in your environment has been observing you far more closely than they have ever admitted. This person has watched how you respond to pressure, how you treat people who can give you nothing in return, how you carry yourself even when life hasn't always been fair to you. They tested your spirit quietly, not out of malice, but out of curiosity, out of uncertainty, out of a desire to truly understand who you are at your core. And what shocked them, what humbled them, was discovering just how pure your heart truly is. They didn't expect to see the level of grace, patience, and sincerity that you walk with. They thought you were like everyone else. They assumed that life had hardened you the same way it hardened so many others. But instead, they found kindness. Instead, they found humility. Instead, they found a heart that still believes in goodness, still believes in God, still believes in purpose. And that discovery changed something inside them. This person doesn't tell you any of this because they're not ready to reveal how deeply they've been affected by you. But the angels want you to know that your purity, your kindness, and your integrity have created a spiritual impact that is far greater than you realize. You weren't performing. You weren't trying to impress anyone. You were simply being yourself, and that alone has spoken louder than any words could. The Bible says in Matthew 5 verse 8, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." That purity isn't only about innocence, it's about consistency. It's about choosing goodness when it's easier to be bitter. It's about being faithful when others would walk away. It's about loving without manipulation. And this person saw that in you, clearer than you know. The angels are showing me that this person didn't come into your life lightly. They walked in with unspoken questions in their heart. They didn't fully trust the intentions of people around them. They had been disappointed, misled, even betrayed in their past, and so they learned to test the spirits, just like 1 John 4 verse 1 says. They wanted to know if you were genuine. They wanted to see if your character matched your words. They wanted to know if your kindness was real or temporary. And so, without you knowing, they observed your reactions in small, quiet moments. They watched how you handled misunderstandings. They noticed how you responded when people didn't treat you right. They listened to the tone you used when you were frustrated. They paid attention to how quickly you forgave. They saw how you stayed compassionate even when others took advantage of your compassion. It wasn't a formal test, and it wasn't calculated with cruelty. It was simply their own way of protecting themselves. But the angels say that what they discovered about you changed them. They found someone rare. Someone different. Someone whose heart is aligned with God, not with ego. Someone whose spirit is rooted in truth, not in manipulation. Someone whose presence feels safe, grounding, and sincere. And even though they haven't expressed it to you, they cannot see you the same way they used to. The angels are saying that this person's respect for you has grown quietly, steadily, powerfully. They may keep their words guarded, but their thoughts about you have deepened. They see you as someone with real value, not surface-level value, not temporary value, but spiritual value. They recognize that God's hand is on you. They recognize that your actions are guided by something higher. And they recognize that not everyone carries a heart like yours. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." You have guarded your heart without becoming cold. You have protected your peace without becoming distant. You have endured without becoming hardened. That balance is rare, and this person sees it clearly. What shocked them most wasn't merely that you were kind, it's that you remained kind even in moments when you had every right not to be. You didn't know anyone was observing, yet you chose grace. You didn't know someone was judging your character, yet you chose patience. You didn't know someone was quietly evaluating you, yet your actions reflected purity rather than performance. And because of this, the angels say your light exposed what their heart lacked, what their soul desired, and what their spirit respected. This person's test turned into their own conviction. The closer they looked at you, the more flaws they saw in their own approach to life. They realized that they had been guarded out of fear, while you were guarded out of wisdom. They realized that you give without expectation, while they often protected themselves so fiercely they forgot how to receive. They realized that you show compassion without seeking attention, while they had been taught that love must always be measured and earned. And now, even though they haven't said it out loud, they admire you. They trust you more than they show. They hold you in a higher regard than you think. The angels want you to understand something important: your heart is not unnoticed. You may have felt overlooked in the past. You may have felt like your goodness was taken for granted. You may have felt like people valued your presence but not your soul. But this time, something different is happening. This person sees you in a way others never did. They see your heart before your appearance. They see your character before your qualities. They see your intentions before your actions. They see your spirit before your personality. And the angels say this was God's plan, because He has been preparing you for relationships and connections built on spiritual truth, not emotional convenience. Isaiah 43:19 reminds us, "Behold, I am doing a new thing, now it springs forth, do you not perceive it?" Something new is unfolding in the heart of this person. Something new is unfolding in the way they think about you. Something new is unfolding in their understanding of what they want in their life. And even though they haven't expressed it out loud, the angels say this person's feelings toward you are shifting. There is a softness in them that wasn't there before. There is admiration where there used to be hesitation. There is trust where there used to be fear. There is interest where there used to be uncertainty. And there is intention forming where there once was only curiosity, but the angels are also giving a gentle warning: do not run ahead of what God is doing. Do not try to force clarity before it's time. Do not try to pull answers from someone who is still discovering their own truth. God is working not only on your heart, but on theirs. And you need to understand that the same way you have been growing, this person has been growing too. But their growth looks different. Their journey is quieter. Their healing is slower. Their realization is gradual. And the angels say you must give them room to learn what God is revealing to them. There is a reason this person has not yet told you what they truly see in you. They fear that they might not yet be enough for someone like you. They fear that their past might stain something as pure as your heart. They fear that you deserve more than what they've been able to offer. They fear that their own emotional wounds might spill into your life. But the angels say something beautiful: this person's fear is actually a sign of their respect for you. They don't want to enter your life casually. They don't want to approach you with half-healed wounds. They don't want to risk mishandling someone God has clearly set apart. They know your heart is rare, and they don't want to damage it with careless intentions. This is where Romans 12:9 becomes powerful: love must be sincere. Hate what is evil, cling to what is good. The sincerity this person feels toward you is growing. They are clinging to what is good, your goodness, your purity, your spirit, not out of desperation, but out of revelation. They are beginning to understand what God revealed to them through you. And while they are not ready to speak, they are ready to learn, ready to grow, ready to become better because of your influence. The angels say you passed a test you didn't even know existed. Not because you were trying to pass it, but because your authenticity naturally shines. You don't need to pretend. You don't need to adjust who you are. You don't need to chase validation. You simply need to continue being the person God molded you to be. Because the very heart you carry is what touched someone who didn't expect to be touched. Your spirit awakened something in them that they didn't realize was asleep. Your presence planted seeds of conviction, growth, and transformation. And though they may not express it yet, your impact is real. Jeremiah 17:10 says, "I the Lord search the heart and examine the mind." God examined both your heart and theirs, and He allowed this connection for a reason. He allowed this person to see the truth of who you are because He is preparing something meaningful between you, whether it becomes a relationship, a partnership, a reconciliation, or a divine purpose. Nothing about this moment is random. Nothing about this connection is accidental. Nothing about their shift in perception is coincidence. The angels say that God wanted this person to see the truth before they heard it. God wanted them to feel the purity of your heart before they could describe it. God wanted them to witness your integrity before they could understand its value. But the angels also emphasize something important: do not dim your light just because someone else isn't ready to step into theirs. Your heart is rare, and that rarity is what makes it powerful. Do not shrink to make others comfortable. Do not hide your kindness to avoid being misunderstood. Do not silence your empathy because others have mishandled it. Your purity is not a weakness, it's a calling. Your goodness is not a disadvantage, it's a spiritual mark. And your integrity is not unnoticed, it's honored by heaven. Now, before I continue even deeper in the next part of this message, please take a second to like this video so more people can receive the message meant for them. And comment down below the phrase, blessed and ready, to seal this part of the word in your spirit. When you write it, you're declaring that you are open to what God is revealing, prepared for what God is arranging, and confident that what is meant for you will never pass you by. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to Sacred Echoes and turn on your notifications so you never miss another divine message spoken over your life. You may not realize it yet, but someone has been quietly watching how you handle the things most people complain about. They have been observing the way you move through pressure, the way you treat people who have nothing to offer you, and how you still choose to be kind even on days when your spirit feels tired. This person did not step toward you for shallow reasons. They were not drawn in by something temporary or superficial. They were drawn because your heart revealed something rare, something that can't be bought, and something extremely difficult to find in a world that often values masks more than truth. They were testing your character without telling you, trying to understand if your intentions match your words, and if your heart is as sincere as it seems. What they discovered shocked them, because you passed every test without even knowing you were being tested. They saw how you keep trying even when no one thanks you. They saw how you stay loyal even when you feel alone. They witnessed how you speak life into others, how you hold on to faith when your circumstances are shaking, and how you pray quietly for people who may never know you prayed for them. They saw how you did not change your tone when you were tired, how you did not switch up your attitude when you were frustrated, how you did not speak badly of others just to fit into a conversation. They noticed that even in your anger, you did not choose cruelty. Even in your disappointment, you did not choose revenge. Even in your pain, you did not choose to hurt others. And that is something heaven honors. The angels are revealing that this person was not expecting to find someone with this level of purity in spirit. Proverbs 21 verse 2 says that every way of a person seems right in their own eyes, but the Lord weighs the heart. This person expected to find flaws, selfishness, inconsistency, and hidden motives. Instead, they found integrity. They found peace. They found compassion. They found truth. They found something that made them step back and ask God if He had intentionally placed you in their path. What they felt was a conviction, a holy whisper reminding them that your heart carries a light that cannot be faked. Matthew 5 verse 16 says to let your light shine before others, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. That is exactly what happened. Your light was so genuine that it could not be ignored. This person's tests were not meant to demean you. They were meant to protect themselves. They were trying to understand if it was safe to trust you, if your spirit was true, and if you were someone God had truly allowed into their journey. Many people have betrayed their trust in the past. Many have come with flattery but hid manipulation behind their smile. Many pretended to love them only to take advantage of their vulnerability. So, they tested you not because they doubted you personally, but because they have learned to be careful with their heart. And now, the angels say they are sitting quietly in awe because nothing about you felt forced, fake, or pretended. You were just being yourself, and your true self was the answer to their prayers. Isaiah 43:19 reminds us that God is doing a new thing, even when we cannot yet see it. This person did not expect God to answer their prayers in this form. They did not expect the blessing to show up disguised as your patience, your honesty, your gentleness, and your resilience. They thought the next person in their life would have to prove themselves loudly or boldly. But instead, God sent someone whose heart speaks without needing a stage. Someone whose presence brings peace. Someone whose words do not carry confusion. Someone whose spirit is not heavy with deception. Someone who carries grace without trying to impress. And now this person feels something rising inside them, a sense of gratitude, a realization that God has allowed them to witness something authentic, you need to know that your heart has been noticed by heaven long before this person saw it. God has seen how you give without keeping score. He has watched how you love without demanding applause. He has listened to the prayers you prayed while wiping away your own tears. Psalm 34 verse 18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those crushed in spirit." Yes, God has seen every part of your journey, the moments you doubted your worth, the moments you felt invisible, the moments you wondered if kindness still mattered. And now He is using this situation to show you that your goodness has never been wasted. Someone saw it. Someone valued it. Someone was moved by it. This person's shock has nothing to do with your looks, your status, or your material achievements. They are shocked because purity is rare. Integrity is rare. Consistency is rare. Faithfulness is rare. A good heart is the most expensive thing in the world, and you carry it effortlessly. They saw the way you encourage even when you feel discouraged. They saw the way you protect your peace instead of joining chaos. They saw the way you walk away from gossip and hold on to humility. They saw how you admit when you're wrong, how you forgive quicker than you were forgiven, how you stay honest even when lies would make things easier. They saw all of this, and they realized you are not like everyone else they've known. Proverbs 4:23 tells us to guard our hearts, because everything we do flows from it. This person was guarding their heart heavily, expecting disappointment, expecting emotional games, expecting immaturity. But when they observed you, they found peace instead of pressure. They found clarity instead of confusion. They found sincerity instead of manipulation. They found emotional stability instead of emotional chaos. They found someone who understands boundaries, someone who communicates with respect, someone who is capable of deep affection without losing themselves. They saw the fruit of a healed heart, a purified spirit, and a life shaped by God. They have been wrestling with their thoughts because they did not expect to feel this way. You stepped into their life quietly, and yet you awakened something that had been sleeping for a long time. You made them reflect. You made them seek God's guidance. You made them realize that maybe, just maybe, God is showing them something divine through you. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 tells us that God has plans to prosper us and not to harm us, to give us hope and a future. And this person is beginning to see that maybe their future includes someone with a heart like yours. The angels are saying that this person is not just impressed, they are inspired. You made them want to be better. You made them want to grow. You made them want to heal. You made them want to become worthy of someone like you. They are wondering how you remain so kind after all you've been through. They are wondering how you continue to believe in love, goodness, and faith after experiencing disappointment. They are wondering how you stay patient when others rush. They are wondering how you remain soft-hearted in a world that has tried so many times to harden you. They want to tell you these things, but they hesitate because they do not want to overwhelm you. They do not want to place their own fears or excitement on your shoulders. They do not want to reveal too much too quickly. But the angels say the truth is already alive in their heart. They admire you deeply. They respect you profoundly. They see you as someone God intentionally shaped with His hands. They see you as someone whose presence carries healing. There is something else the angels want you to know. This person has been talking to God about you. Not because they are trying to claim you, but because they want clarity. They want to understand if what they feel is from heaven or from their emotions. They are praying quietly, asking God to guide them, asking God to purify their intentions, asking God to show them how to approach you without damaging the beauty of what they see in you. They are praying because they sense something sacred about your connection, and they do not want to mishandle it. Psalm 37 verse 23 says the steps of a good person are ordered by the Lord, and this person is asking God to order their steps when it comes to you. They are keeping this secret because they are not ready to reveal how deeply they feel. They are afraid you might misunderstand their quiet admiration. They worry you might think they want something from you. But the angels say their intentions are pure. They do not want to use you. They do not want to drain you. They do not want to take advantage of your kindness. Instead, they want to protect you. They want to respect you. They want to honor what God has placed inside you. And they want to move at the pace God chooses, not the pace of the world. And as you breathe deeply right now, the angels are leaning closer, whispering softly into the atmosphere around you, saying that you are stepping into a moment where your prayers are no longer just words carried into the heavens, they are becoming movements in your life, shifts, alignments, and divine arrangements that are already unfolding behind the scenes. They want you to know that nothing you have been through has been wasted. Not a single tear, not a single disappointment, not a single delay. In ways you cannot see yet, every moment has been shaping you, preparing you, refining your spirit so that you would be ready for what is coming next. The angels say you are closer than you think. So much closer. They say you have felt moments of discouragement because what you were praying for didn't arrive when you expected it, and your heart has wondered why it seemed to take so long. But the angels want you to understand something deeply: divine timing is not delay. Divine timing is protection. Divine timing is preparation. Divine timing is the universe rearranging the path so that nothing meant for you can be blocked, stolen, or interrupted. The angels say the reason your prayer hasn't shown up yet is not because it was denied, it's because it's being delivered at the exact second it will bless you the most. You are stepping into a season where things suddenly make sense. The angels say the clarity that's been missing in your life is about to be restored. They say the confusion that has clouded your thinking, the fog that has made you question yourself, the uncertainty that has made you doubt your direction, all of that is clearing. A wave of divine clarity is moving through your atmosphere even now, realigning your thoughts, strengthening your intuition, and sharpening your inner knowing. You are being guided in ways that feel gentle yet powerful, subtle yet unmistakable. And the angels want you to trust these new nudges, these new feelings, these new intuitive whispers, because they aren't random. They are divine signals guiding you toward a future that has already been written with your victory in mind. You may not see it yet, but your spirit is already walking into rooms your feet haven't entered. Opportunities, connections, breakthroughs, blessings, they are already being prepared with your name on them. The angels say that what is meant for you is magnetizing itself toward you, and you will start to feel this pull, this shift, this momentum building inside of you. You might notice you feel more hopeful than usual, more inspired, more emotionally ready for something new, even if you can't explain why. That's because the spiritual realm knows what's coming before you do. Your soul senses the shift before your mind understands it. The angels want you to trust that inner stirring, that quiet excitement, that gentle anticipation you feel deep inside, because it is confirmation that your breakthrough is not only coming, it's close. The angels say a door is about to open for you that no one can shut. A breakthrough is being released that no one can interfere with. A blessing is coming that no opposition can block. You might have felt resistance recently, spiritually, emotionally, or even physically. You might have felt tired, heavy, or weighed down by situations that didn't seem to move. But the angels say this heaviness was not a sign of defeat, it was the last pressure before your shift. You were at the edge of something new, and sometimes the greatest pressure comes right before the breakthrough. You are being stretched, strengthened, and spiritually conditioned, not to break, but to rise, and the angels say you will rise. Higher than before. Stronger than before. Wiser than before. You are emerging from a season of spiritual training, and you are stepping into a season of spiritual fulfillment. They say the version of you that is waking up today is not the same version that walked through your past battles. You are walking with more wisdom now. You are listening with more sensitivity now. You are aligned with your divine purpose in a way you weren't before. Every experience, even the ones that hurt, has shaped you into someone capable of holding the blessings that are coming your way. The angels say you're entering a season you prayed for, but also a season you grew into. A season your spirit is prepared for. A season your heart is finally strong enough to receive. You are not stepping into this new chapter as the same person you were when you first asked for it. You are stepping into it as someone who has healed, someone who has learned, someone who has evolved, someone who has expanded. And because of that, this season will not overwhelm you, it will empower you. The angels say your faith has not gone unnoticed. Your resilience has not gone unnoticed. Your patience has not gone unnoticed. They saw you hold on when you could have given up. They saw you speak positivity over your life even when your circumstances didn't match. They saw you choosing gentleness even in moments of struggle. They saw you keep going even with a tired soul. And now, the blessings that have been waiting for the perfect moment are beginning to release themselves into your life. They say someone listening right now has been praying for a sign that things are finally shifting, a sign that you are on the right path, a sign that God and the angels have not forgotten you. And they want you to know, this is that sign. This message is your confirmation. This moment is your spiritual alignment. The angels say you have walked through the storm, you have walked through the waiting, and now you are walking into the promise, you are walking into healing that feels deeper than anything you've known before, emotional healing, spiritual healing, healing in relationships, healing in your heart. You are walking into clarity that brings peace instead of confusion. You are walking into opportunities that open doors you didn't even know existed. You are walking into blessings that remind you that nothing was lost, only rearranged. You are walking into divine connections that support your growth, not your fear. You are walking into financial restoration, creative inspiration, and renewed energy that helps you accomplish what once felt impossible. The angels say someone will listen to this and feel something shift inside their chest, a lightness, a release, a warmth, a sense of being seen. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. That is your spirit recognizing the truth of what is being spoken over you. They say you don't need to understand everything at once. You don't need to figure out the path ahead. You just need to trust the next step. The angels are guiding you step by step, moment by moment, breath by breath. And every step you take now is leading you somewhere meaningful. You are entering a season of answered prayers. And not just one prayer, multiple prayers. Prayers you forgot you prayed. Prayers you whispered in quiet moments. Prayers you cried out in silence. Prayers you made years ago. The angels say this next season will feel like grace unfolding in real time. You will look back and realize that everything that seemed delayed was actually delivered at the exact moment you were ready for it. They want you to stay open, stay receptive, stay expectant. This is not a season to doubt yourself. This is not a season to shrink. This is not a season to lower your expectations. This is a season to trust, to believe, to step forward boldly. The angels say to prepare your heart, because what is coming is more beautiful than what you imagined. Prepare your spirit, because you will need room to receive the blessings that are arriving. Prepare your environment, because the energy around you will begin to shift as opportunities begin to flow. You will begin to notice synchronicities, repeating numbers, meaningful coincidences, vivid dreams, intuitive thoughts that feel stronger than usual. These are not random. These are signs of alignment. Signs of movement. Signs that the spiritual realm is coordinating breakthroughs in your favor. The angels want you to pay attention to these signs, not in a fearful or anxious way, but with gratitude and awareness. They are reminders that you are supported, guided, and deeply loved, and the angels say something else: stop doubting whether you deserve the blessing you're praying for. You do. You are worthy of good things. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of peace. You are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of healing. You are worthy of restoration. You are worthy of divine timing that unfolds beautifully in your life. Stop questioning your worthiness. Stop replaying your past mistakes. Stop thinking you have to be perfect to receive a miracle. The angels say your humanity does not disqualify you, it connects you to the divine in a deeper way. They say to release the fear that things will go wrong. Release the feeling that you always have to fight alone. Release the belief that you must carry everything on your shoulders. This next part of your journey is not about struggling through it. It's about allowing yourself to be guided through it. It's about releasing control and embracing trust. It's about letting the universe support you in ways you didn't know it could, and the angels say that as you enter this new season, you will notice that people around you begin to shift as well. Some will elevate with you. Some will drift away. Some will show up unexpectedly to bless your path. Some will reveal their true intentions. The angels say don't cling to who is not meant to continue this journey with you. When the energy shifts, relationships shift. When your purpose evolves, your circle evolves. This is not loss, it is alignment. You are not losing people, you are making room for the connections that match your next season. You are entering a chapter where the right people will see you, value you, support you, and uplift you. A chapter where closed doors no longer discourage you because you finally understand that every closed door is divine redirection. A chapter where your inner strength becomes more powerful than your fears. A chapter where your faith becomes the foundation for everything you build. The angels say this season will surprise you, not just with blessings, but with a deeper sense of peace. A peace that makes you breathe easier. A peace that makes you sleep better. A peace that helps you release the past without pain. A peace that allows you to receive love without fear. A peace that comes from knowing that you are not walking alone, you are stepping into a season of transformation, elevation, and divine fulfillment. The angels say the story is shifting. The chapter is turning. The breakthrough is beginning. And nothing can stop what has already been set in motion for you. The angels say to breathe, because you're closer than you think. Breathe, because everything is aligning. Breathe, because the season you prayed for is no longer coming, it's here. And as you receive this message, the angels wrap you in their light, reminding you that you are protected, guided, loved, and prepared. This is your time. This is your shift. This is your answered prayer in motion. And before we end this message, take one more deep breath and let this truth settle into your spirit. You are walking into a season that was made for you. If this message touched your heart, share it with someone who may need comfort today. And make sure you come back for more messages like this, and click the notification button so you never miss when a new blessing is ready for you. And as we come to the end of this message, I want you to take a slow breath and let everything you've received settle gently into your heart. The signs, the nudges, the confirmations, none of them came to you by accident. They reached you because you were meant to hear them, because heaven knows exactly when your spirit needs a reminder, a reassurance, or a spark of strength. You were guided here for a reason, and the angels will continue guiding you long after this video ends. Even when you don't feel it, even when your days seem quiet or heavy or uncertain, the spiritual realm is still moving on your behalf. There are things shifting behind the scenes, doors preparing to open, pathways clearing, and blessings aligning with your name on them. Keep believing, keep holding on, and keep showing up for yourself. You are not alone on this journey. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are seen, you are protected, and you are deeply loved. Before you go, I want to speak this over your life. May clarity surround your steps, may peace soothe your mind, and may unexpected blessings begin to unfold in ways that surprise you. May the angels walk with you into the rest of this week, guiding your decisions, strengthening your confidence, and lighting up the path ahead. You are heading into a season where God's timing, God's favor, and God's protection meet you at every turn. Believe it, receive it, and walk forward with your head high. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this message touched your heart, if it brought you comfort, hope, or confirmation, please share it with your friends and family. You never know who might need this reminder, who might be silently struggling, or who might be praying for a sign just like this. Your share could be the light someone else has been waiting for. And if you want more videos like this, more guidance, more angel messages, more spiritual encouragement, make sure you come back for the next one. Tap the notification bell so you'll be the first to know the moment we post something new. I would love to have you here with us again. Take care of your spirit, protect your peace, and remember, your angels are closer than you think. Until next time.